Good morning, my dear students of class 3. Welcome back again to your English literature class. Children, I am your teacher, Mrs. S.T. Joshi. And do you remember that we were doing the lesson Rip Van Winkle by Washington Irving? And we had done half of the lesson, and today we will do the last part of the lesson. So, all the best and enjoy. Okay, now what happened further? When people looked at him, when Rip Van Winkle entered the village, people were rubbing their chins, thinking, is this man? And Rip Van Winkle did the same. उसने भी वैसे ही किया. He also started rubbing his chin, and he was thinking, who are these people? I have never seen them before. Who are these new people? To his surprise, he found that he had grown a foot-long beard overnight. And to his surprise, उसको बहुत अचंबा हुआ. He was surprised that he had grown a foot long beard overnight. और उसको लगा, और उसने अपनी जो बियर्ड को देखा, अपनी दाढ़ी को देखा, उसने देखा कि अरे एक ही रात में. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय ओवरनाइट? हाँ, ओवरनाइट मीन्स ड्यूरिंग और फॉर द नाइट. पूरी रात में उसको लगा इतनी एक रात के अंदर, इन वन नाइट, मेरी दाढ़ी इतनी बढ़ गई. 1 foot long beard. Okay, he was surprised. He was shocked. Then let's see what happened further. Rip Van Winkle was puzzled. What do you mean by puzzled? Puzzled means unable to understand something or the reason for something. Okay, puzzle means कि मतलब confused हो जाना. अरे ये क्या हो गया, ये क्या हो रहा है? Rip Van Winkle was puzzled. He believed that he knew most of the village folks well, but today he could not see anyone who was known to him. The children made fun of him, running behind him. Okay, now Rip Van Winkle was very much puzzled because he used to think that he knew everybody in the village, but when he entered the village, he was seeing new faces, faces he had never seen before, and this was quite strange for him. उसको लगता था कि वो तो विलेज में सबको जानता है, पर जब वो विलेज को एंटर करता है तो उसको सब अलग अलग दिखाई देते, नए नए लोग दिखाई देते. एंड द चिल्ड्रन मेड फन ऑफ हिम रनिंग बिहाइंड हिम. एंड वहाँ पे जो बच्चे थे, द चिल्ड्रन, द स्मॉल किड्स, they were making fun of him, running after him. Rip Van Winkle stopped by a place where there had been a school and asked the crowd that had gathered. Now, he stopped in one place and he asked about a school. Okay, there was a school where he had been, and he asked the people, the crowd means वहाँ पे जो लोग थे, that had gathered. What do you mean by gathered? Come together, came together in one place. Gathered means एक साथ एक जगह पे इकट्ठा हो जाना. Okay, for example, you, for functions, for marriages, all your relatives gather in one place, right? Okay, or if your teacher is giving some instructions, okay, and while you are going for a picnic, आपको इंस्ट्रक्शंस दिए जाते हैं, आपके पेरेंट्स या आपके टीचर्स आपको इंस्ट्रक्शन देते, आपको बुला लेते हैं, एक जगह इकट्ठा होने के लिए बोलते हैं. ओके, that means gathered. So there were some people who gathered there, and Rip Van Winkle asked them about a school. Where is Schooner? Okay, who is Schooner? The schoolmaster. He asked people who were there, where is Schooner, the schoolmaster? Somebody said, oh, Schooner, he went to war 63 and never came back. And people who was Schooner? Schooner was a schoolmaster. Maybe he was there when Rip Van Winkle used to be there. And somebody from the crowd said, जो भीड़ में से किसी एक जन ने कहा, he went to war. वो तो लड़ाई के लिए, वो जो देशों में आपस में लड़ाई होती है, वॉर. ओके, वो तो उस लड़ाई में 63 में चला गया एंड नेवर केम बैक. ओके, दिस स्टोरी इज़ लॉन्ग बैक. वो बहुत पुरानी बात बता रहा था कि वो ही वेंट इन 63 एंड नेवर केम बैक. एंड देन अगेन रिप वैन विंकल आस्क्ड अबाउट समबडी एल्स, एंड वैन डैमल आस्क्ड रिप वैन विंकल, और कोई किसी का नाम वैन डैमल था, उसके बारे में रिप वैन विंकल ने पूछा. ही आस्क्ड अबाउट वैन डैमल. He died 18 years back. Now these people, Schooner and Van Dammel, might have been there when Rip Van Winkle was there. ठीक है, जब Rip Van Winkle अपने विलेज में रहता होगा अपनी वाइफ के साथ, तब ये लोग भी थे. पर अब वो जब उनके बारे में पूछ रहा है, तो किसी के पास कोई जवाब नहीं है ठीक से, और वो सब कह रहे वो वॉर पे चला गया. एंड वैन डैमल, व्हाट अबाउट वैन डैमल, ही डाइड 18 years बैक, वो तो 18 साल पहले ही मर गया. सेड अनदर वॉइस इन द क्राउड, कोई और बोला क्राउड में से. रिप वैन विंकल थॉट, एम आई गोइंग मैड, हैव आई स्लेप्ट ऑल दीज years ऑन द माउंटेन. Now Rip Van Winkle was confused, puzzled. Okay, he thought to himself, am I going mad? अरे उसको लगा, अरे क्या मैं पागल हो गया हूँ क्या, क्या मैं इतने साल सो गया माउंटेन के ऊपर, डिड आई स्लीप ऑल दीज years 18 years ऑन दैट माउंटेन. Finally, Rip Van Winkle asked, "Does anyone here remember Rip Van Winkle?" और finally उसने अपने बारे में पूछा लोगों से. Do you know about Rip Van Winkle? A woman said, "Yes, he was my father. He went up to the mountains 21 years back but never returned. His dog came back without him." Oh my God, what happened? Now, when he asked about himself, he asked the people, "Do you know Rip Van Winkle?" वो अपने ही बारे में पूछ रहा था. Now, a lady, a woman in the crowd said, "Oh yes, yes, he was my father. वो तो मेरे पापा थे. He went up to the mountain 21 years back." Okay, she said, "My father Rip Van Winkle went to the mountain 21 years back and he never returned. His dog came back, but Rip Van Winkle, my father, never came back." वो जो लेडी थी क्राउड में, उसने कहा, हाँ वो तो मेरे पापा थे, वो 21 years बैक जो थे वो माउंटेन्स पे चले गए, वो वापस कभी नहीं आए. उनका डॉग वापस आ गया पर वो कभी नहीं आए. दैट मीन्स दिस लेडी, दिस वुमन वॉज रिप वैन विंकल्स डॉटर. ओ, रिप वैन विंकल स्लेप्ट फॉर 21 years ऑन द माउंटेन. रिप वैन विंकल 21 years के लिए उस माउंटेन पे सोता रहा. Okay, let's see further. Rip Van Winkle was overjoyed. Overjoyed means very, very, extremely happy. Okay, he said, "Daughter, it is me, Rip Van Winkle. Don't you recognize me?" He was so happy to see his daughter after such a long time. And he said to his daughter, "Hey, don't you recognize me? I'm your father." Rip Van Winkle, उसने कहा, मैं तुम्हारा father हूँ. Rip Van Winkle, don't you recognize me? Recognize means to know who somebody is. Means पहचाना. क्या तुमने मुझे पहचाना? मैं तुम्हारा फादर हूँ, मैं ही रिप वैन विंकल हूँ. ओ माई फादर, इज़ इट रियली यू? तो उसकी बेटी ने कहा, द डॉटर सेड, ओ माई फादर, इज़ इट रियली यू? सच में पापा, क्या आप ही हैं? वेयर हैव यू बीन ऑल दिस वाइल? आप इतने साल से कहाँ थे? इतने समय के लिए कहाँ थे आप? सेड हिज डॉटर. फादर एंड डॉटर हग्ड ईच अदर. They both, the father and the daughter, hugged each other. उन दोनों ने एक दूसरे को गले लगाया. Rip Van Winkle had indeed slept for 21 years. What do you mean by indeed? Indeed means use of emphasis, a positive statement or answer. Indeed मतलब सच में. Rip Van Winkle 21 years तक उस mountain पे सोते रहे. Okay. Now what happened? He returned back from the mountain and he did not know, उसको नहीं मालूम था रिप वैन विंकल को, that he had slept for 21 years. But he indeed had slept for 21 years. When he came back to the village, nobody was able to recognize him. He was not able to recognize anybody. But finally he started asking about other people, and people said, that person has died, Van Dammel has died, and Schooner left for went for war in 67. And he said that he asked about himself. Rip Van Winkle finally asked about himself, and one girl in the crowd said, "Oh, that is my father. Rip Van Winkle is my father." And this Rip Van Winkle was so happy to see his daughter. अपनी बेटी को देख के बहुत खुश हुआ. He said, "I am your father. Don't you recognize me?" And the daughter asked, "Where have you been all these years, father?" आप इतने साल से कहाँ थे? और डॉग भी वापस आ गया पर आप वापस नहीं आए. सो दिस इज़ अ स्टोरी अबाउट रिप वैन विंकल. चिल्ड्रन, आई वॉन्ट टू टेल यू वन थिंग. डोंट बी सो लेज़ी दैट यू मिस आउट ऑन सो मच. ओके, वो इतने साल तक सोता रहा, उसने बहुत कुछ मिस कर दिया. अपनी बेटी के लाइफ को मिस कर दिया कि कैसे वो बड़ी हुई. शायद यहाँ पर मे बी उसकी शादी भी हो गई होगी, क्योंकि वो एक वुमन यहाँ पे उसको बोला जा रहा है. वुमन मीन्स अ लेडी, अ बिग लेडी. ओके, Rip Van Winkle, because of his laziness, because he slept for so long, he missed out on so much, so many years. He could not see his wife, he could not see his daughter. Okay, everything he missed. So children, don't be lazy, otherwise you will also miss out on something. As a student, right now you are a student, so work hard. वर्क जब आप बड़े हो जाएंगे तो फिर आप स्कूल में थोड़ी ना पढ़ने जाएंगे. ओके, सो अब जब आप स्कूल में या अपने घर में और यू एट योर होम, वर्क हार्ड, डोंट बी लेज़ी. ओके, आप अभी से मेहनत करेंगे सो उसका जो आउटकम होगा वो आप आगे चल के देखें. वॉट एवर हार्ड वर्क यू विल डू नाउ, you will get the result, you will get the reward, okay, one day. So I hope children you enjoyed the story, and God bless you and take care.